What's up? What's up? It's your boy Sean P back again with another edition of Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. Joined by my esteemed guest again from Torture Chamber, my homie Funeral Man from Torture Chamber, also Torture Talk After Hours. Definitely check that out, like, share, and subscribe. So Reese, tonight we're gonna talk about. I actually did a first pod on this.
Yeah.
It had to do with Jay-Z's comments as he was named the greatest songwriter, the greatest living songwriter for the New York Times. And of course, DJ Academics did a harsh, like smear blog on the dude, basically going off on him, saying, how did Jay-Z, say this? And of course, Jay-Z's comments on younger rappers evolving, which he totally took out of context. So I basically did a video on it. Go check that out on Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews, breaking down Wayno's comments. So Academics did a rebuttal to that of what Wayno said about him. And basically, he goes in on Jay-Z. Now, the purpose of tonight is we're going to break down, one, did Jay hang around too long to try and reach for younger audiences? And number two, who reached for younger audiences more, Jay-Z or Drake? And really, who held it down for the culture more, Jay-Z or Drake, in the latter part of their career? I'd say from 40 years old, when Jay-Z was about 40, to now, and Drake over the last couple of years. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at DJ Academics. We're going to look at his video, and we're going to critique his video like we usually do. And of course, there are a lot of inconsistencies with this. But I just want to get your take real quick. What is DJ Academics and his agenda against Jay-Z? What do you think about it overall?
I think because excuse me, I think his whole issue with Jay-Z stems from Roc Nation and Meg Thee Stallion.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
The whole situation with Meg Thee Stallion and Roc Nation, where he criticized Meg Thee Stallion, said she was a liar about all these things, and he had to do a deposition for like, I believe, 7 hours or something like that. And he actually did pretty good in that joint. But he believes that Roc Nation, him, Poetic Flacco, and a couple of other people, they believe that Roc Nation is out to get them because whenever they talk about Roc Nation, they get cease and desist letters and all these different things. Okay. So that's what it is. His big thing with Jay-Z is, and it's just my personal opinion, you could get more into it later. His big thing with Jay-Z is somewhere where Drake can't never get to.
We're going to talk about that.
He can never get to that level.
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z's been doing it. Jay-Z been doing it for over 30 years. He's multiple wars. He's a billionaire. There's really nothing you can say about him. He is the baddest joint in the game. Like, have kids, family. He's a family guy. He's successful. There's really nothing you can say. So what Academics do is, of course, he want to side with the guy who doesn't have a family, who is a knucklehead, who's almost 40, still acting like a child. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he wants to side
about it
with that guy. So that's basically what it is. It's really because they think that they're out to get them. It's more like they don't really have no evidence of it. They just say these things, and hopefully it would come true for some of them, but they really don't have.
I actually took it a step further. I think that I think DJ Academics has an obsession with Jay-Z because it's lucrative for him, because his audience of Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they don't respect Jay-Z. Gen Z and Gen Alpha, if you weren't, prominent from 2000 on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say in 2005 on, it's almost as if you didn't exist, So And Gen Z and Gen Alpha are really selfish, as if you don't accept our culture as the greatest, then you're the problem. So
Yeah.
academics takes that and he uses that as ammo to basically play into this whole Jay-Z thing. Mind you, DJ Academics came here in 2001 when I think he was a teenager. I think he was like 18 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
DJ Academics came here late. So he calls himself a hip hop journalist, but in all reality, he's just a hot take opinion validator. He cares more about validating his opinion that may be left or far off of what the consensus says in order for him to feel right in his own head. I really sincerely believe that. And he pushes these narratives about Drake because Drake is an easy target. He's a low-hanging fruit because he has a lot of haters out there. But he's also easy because he sells a lot of records, he's successful, and he's popular. You know what I mean? So it's easy for him to jump on the bandwagon. You know, it's like the guy jumping on, you know, the LA Lakers bandwagon in the 80s. You know, he's playing front runner. And I also think low key, I can't confirm this. I think Drake is low key obsessed with Jay-Z. I noticed things about him. Like, I think Drake deep down inside, and you mentioned this, I think he wants to be Jay-Z. Like, he wants that admiration, and he's obsessed that he doesn't have that admiration, and he couldn't figure it out. And he can't figure it out because he's immature as fuck. But that's another story for another day. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I really and I just to piggyback off what you said, I think he has an obsession with black culture because I think Drake feels like he's in black culture, but he's like a guest, like somebody in your house that really don't like you really don't want there, and he know that nobody wants him there, but he's just staying. He's like wearing out his welcome. He has an obsession with a lot of artists, if you think about it, not just Jay-Z. He has like really does. I think that his thing is, and this is the reason why I think he try to sleep with all their girls, because he want to show them up and be like, look, I'm just like him, or I'm better than him. Every artist that Drake has ever worked with, every one of them, he tried to deal with their girls. Every one of them. He tried to deal with their girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you're right about that. I think that, and I wouldn't put it past him if he tried to make a pass at Beyonce when they did that album together or that song together.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. Like a bunch of different things. But I think that you're right about that. I think he wants to be, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like he want to be this guy that everybody loves, but he knows that he can't really get that off because he didn't grow up in the struggle. He don't really know about, like, Jay-Z came from the mud. He came from the mud. He was like, that's why when you look at his videos, he's in Marcy Projects, Drake doing a video of Marcy. Why are you in Marcy Projects?
That's true. He did do a video on Marcy Projects. Oh, yeah.
Outside of Marcy Projects, for what? You look out of place. If you see, look at that video.
He's trying to pay homage, but take sneak shots at Jay-Z at the same time.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, like, yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. As soon as he turn around, man, I ain't got that nigga. Fuck out of here. Like, that's him. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, man. All right, let's get into it. This is a little bit long. We got a lot to talk about with this. So let's go.
Academics, and you know, right now he going through his shit with Roc Nation. He feel like Roc Nation got the white van sitting outside his house with the sniper on the roof waiting for him to peek his head out. He done did his depositions for the Megan trial. I mean, the Megan situation and all that.
Okay, he's caught up.
And keep in mind, I don't think that we get any objective opinions, you know what I mean, when it comes from academics towards Jay-Z. You know what I mean?
Not true.
All right, I gotta stop it there. Is Academics delusional? Like, does he really think he's objective?
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Now I watch Academics a lot. He does have a hate for Jay-Z, but there's times. Well, I'll say this. He does break down Jay-Z verses, like he did this. What's the song? Summer. What's that summer song? What's the name of that song? The song Jay-Z did, the summer song. It's called.
Oh, Dear Summer.
Dear Summer. Yeah, he did a whole episode about that, saying that he was saying Jay-Z is the greatest rapper of all time. He did a whole episode about that. So I will say that he do that sometimes, but that was a while ago. That wasn't recent. You know what I'm saying? That was probably a year ago.
That has changed. I just
yeah. No, you're right.
That's definitely changed. But let's go on.
But he starts to break down what he thinks about Jay, and you know he immediately turns it into something about Drake. Let's watch.
Hey, yo. You see, I'm going to say the elephant in the room, man. This is hating ass Jay-Z once again. He talking to Drake, man. You know Drake turning 40 this year. He trying to like, yo, he one of them type of nigga going to give you the bad advice that hopefully you follow. And then when you get unsuccessful, he be like, well, at least you tried. You know, at least, you know, them people be like, well, at least you did it the right way. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a whole career. That nigga said 30's the new 20 when he became 30. The nigga said, I'm young forever. And now that he's 70, he's trying to tell other niggas, nah, y'all got to make music like y'all old now, man. Nah, don't do what I was doing, saying 30 the new 20, young forever. Y'all got to make, y'all got to leave the youth alone. Man, this don't get no.
Which, Reese, I want to get your take on that real quick. He totally took Jay-Z's comments out of context because Jay-Z was just talking about artists need to grow. They can't rap about the same stuff they rapped about when they were, first coming in the game. It's going to look inauthentic. And he used that to big up Clips, But he automatically goes to this Drake thing. I think he's going to get to the Drake narrative in a minute. I was thinking about this after I did my last video about this. Couldn't he be talking about Lil Wayne too? Because remember, Lil Wayne is the guy that is over 40 now, and he's still rapping like he was back in the mid 2000s.
Yeah. And
remember, Lil Wayne was the one who was begging Jay-Z to get on that Super Bowl stage. So is it really Drake? I mean, it could apply to Drake, but I'm thinking this applies to Lil Wayne a lot more than Drake.
I think what Act problem is he has this weird obsession with he's like trying to protect Drake from everybody for some reason. Like he's like that dog that just want to bite everybody when you come up next to him. Like, but first of all, what he's doing in my opinion is wrong. When Jay-Z said, I want to be forever young, the song is based on him saying that he's getting older, but he wants to be forever young.
Yeah.
He wants to be forever young. He want to be young whole, but he can't be forever young. That was the whole basis of the song. Secondly, when he said the whole thing about 30's the new 20, at that time, all the young dudes was running the game. So Jay made a slogan that said 30's the new 20. He didn't actually saying like, oh, I'm acting like I'm 20. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say that. And then Jay-Z is responsible for a lot of shifts in hip hop that people don't really want to talk about. Like the death of auto-tunes. After he did that, auto-tunes
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah. So I think that Academics, when it comes down to this, he's reaching.
Reaching big time. Oh, it gets worse. Check this out.
Here. I keep telling y'all, man. Jay-Z the type of nigga, bruv, when he ready to, Jay-Z likes to put a bow on a lot of bullshit. The guy's 70, half his life. Jay-Z was like 50 when he was like, yo, I'm young forever. What you mean you young forever? Let's go back and check out the map. Okay.
All right,
let me get to what Wade said.
Hey, before we get into Act's baseless claims with this shit, let's talk about 30's the new 20.
Oh, man.
Check this out.
The song is about perspective. Being a nigga that's old enough that you are in your 30s, understanding what it means to be in your 20s, but realizing that you're old enough to have made the changes in your life where, yeah, I'm still cool. I still got it. I'm still fly.
Reese, didn't you just say the same thing?
Yeah, so
Exactly what he said. But listen to what Act does. Listen to
I still could rap. I still could do all of these things that the young niggas could do, but with a different perspective. Jay-Z asked on, what was it? Renegade. Do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? And this is the thing about Act, right? Like, immediately you turned it into something about Drake. And what do niggas?
Yo, Wayno, he was talking about Drake, bro. Like, we gotta understand. Like,
but was he really talking about Drake? It could apply to a lot of rappers. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it could apply to life in general.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it have to be about it? All right, I'll put it to you like this. If it is about Drake, if he was talking about Drake, okay, that's exactly what Drake does. So what's wrong with that? Even if he is talking about Drake.
That's right. And if you go to Drake, it's almost, and Wayno talks about this, it's almost like you're admitting Drake didn't grow up. You admitting that he's reaching for younger audiences with the music that he makes. So it's like Act is kind of telling on Drake at the same time.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Shit crazy, man. Let's go on.
This is the thing that Jay has done so well that I wish Drake. So I'll give one props to Jay. You know what Jay has done a little bit better than Drake? And it's very few things. One is being a snake, right? Like,
okay, I'm stopping it there. Reese, I'll let you have the floor.
So let me get this right.
Yeah.
You said that the guy who goes around and sleeps with niggas' wives, doing all these different things, literally inboxing dudes, girls, that he took the song from Migos, literally stealing stuff from people and put in a lawsuit. You're telling me that this guy oh my God, bro. I understand that people have their gripes with Jay. And Jay is just, I'll put it to you like this. This is the reason why I don't really, how do I say? This is the reason why I don't really fault Jay-Z for a lot of things. Jay-Z is just doing learned behavior for what goes on in the music industry.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what he does. If you're saying he snaked people, I don't really see too many people that was signed to him saying they got snaked. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna didn't say she got snaked. Rick Ross didn't say he got snaked. All of these people, like, I don't see them coming out saying Jay-Z did me dirty. It's always the old heads who didn't do anything, who wasn't a movement in whatever. Even Beanie Siegel said some things, but overall, Memphis Bleak, everybody that was around Jay-Z, I don't really see them coming out. Now, you got some people that disgruntled employees, they just disgruntled. But the people that was closest to him, he made Rihanna a billionaire. Like, whatever we want to say, he made her a billionaire. Nobody else would give her a shot. He gave her a shot, and look what she ended up at.
He made Rick Ross a star, Young Jeezy a star. I mean, the list goes on. Kanye West. I mean, so many people benefited off of him. Here's my thing about the whole music industry snake thing. And I mean, of course, it's prevalent with the whole UMG case and all of this. This is my opinion on that. The music industry is a dirty, 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 dirty game, okay? My thing is, if you got fucked over by your label, you signed a bad deal, or you got fucked over by a team or whatever, or, you know, you can't get out of your contract, you can't get your masters, that is a you problem. You didn't have to join that group. You didn't have to join that label. You could have went independent. You could have done this. They didn't put a gun to your head to sign that contract. So to me, like all of these, like I mean, I wasn't going to talk about it, but the Dame Dash situation, bro, Jay gave you an opportunity around the end of the 2000s to buy back in. You didn't take it. You thought it was a bad business deal. And because of that, you didn't get your share of Reasonable Doubt. Now you broke, and now you're going on every single interview when you basically said you're not a chatty patty, but now you're going on every interview just to talk about Jay-Z and how he's cruddy and basically making up exaggerated, I go flat out lies to gross exaggerations to make yourself look away. See, it's people like that is pathetic because it's like, bro, you put yourself in that position. You had an out. Same thing with Nicki Minaj and the title thing. That's a you problem. I mean, you didn't take your $1 million or $3 million. It's not my fault that Nicki Minaj got money issues and she can't manage her team. That's her fucking problem. So why is Jay-Z the bad guy? You know what I mean?
What really makes me mad about this is you notice that Jay don't say nothing about none of them.
That's right.
He don't say nothing. He only talk when it matters. He don't talk. Kendrick does the same thing. He don't say nothing because if Dame Dash is out here talking crazy about Jay-Z, I'm looking at Dame Dash crazy because I'm like, nigga, you broke, you bankrupt, you lost everything, and this guy's a billionaire, and you trying to tell me about how he's corny and he failed. Your teeth is falling out your mouth in interviews.
Clown
like
shit.
what are we talking about? like for real. Like I don't understand it. Jay-Z been on his own for a minute and he became a billionaire and he's still relevant, even though he's not making no music, but he's still relevant and people still asking for his music. Is anybody asking for Dame Dash to produce an album?
Like I said, it's a you problem to me. I don't get the whole snake narrative at all. I don't.
He's mastered that. Like he's done that way better than Drake, right? But the second thing is that he knows how to subliminally. He never confirms he's talking about you.
Say a hit dog gonna holler. Drake is somewhere quiet, getting ready to drop Iceman in like 2 weeks, and here go Act talking about Jay-Z is coming at Drake. You know what that means? That means that you understand the narrative that's been out is that Drake hasn't had any perspective in his music in a long time.
Like we've been saying.
Yeah.
Now we could all agree that there was one.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Wayno, and for anybody else, I've said this unapologetically for years. I don't want Drake to rap like a 40-year-old. I'm good. Just like Future. If Future start making 50-year-old music, I'm good too. I don't want to hear that.
I just got to get your take on that right there, man.
This is I don't really understand being how to be a grown man because I'm stuck in my house on my computer all day.
Exactly. With no woman and no children and no relationship.
I don't want a family. I want to be able to be a millionaire with no responsibilities. I want to be able to say and do whatever I want, go wherever I want, do whatever I want, and no one can say anything to me. I want to be a man child for the rest of my life. I don't want to have no responsibilities. This is what, and you know who else does that? Drake.
You're right.
Drake has a child, and you wouldn't even think he got a kid. You think his kid is his little brother. Most people think, no, that's his son. But if I didn't know Drake and I seen him with Adonis, I would think that was his little brother because Drake still dressed like he's a teenager. He still moves like a kid. You know what I'm saying? So academics can relate to that because they're one and the same.
And see, he's going to get to it.
Mess with a bunch of bad Johns.
We're going to talk about that. But
crazy.
He got the nerve to call out Future, right? And say, oh, Drake, you got to compare him to Future because Future's 45 and he makes that kind of music for people. And you know what I mean? And nobody says anything about him being 40 and over. But here's the whole thing. And I say this respectfully. Future is a degenerate, man.
He was saying that if Future do make music like that, he don't want to have nothing to do with him. That's what he said. He said the same thing for Future. I don't want him to make music like he's 40. So
exactly, but he's gonna compare him in Future. But the music that Future makes is for degenerates, man.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's what he said he loved.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And the difference with Drake and Future is See, Future. Well, I'll speak on Future first. Is that he raps about being a drug addict, doing drugs, and I'm not trying to bring light about being a drug addict because we got drug issues in this country. Having sex with a lot of women, spending money on a lot of women for certain things. I'm not going to get deep into that. You figure it out. And basically just being in the hood for no reason. You know what I mean? But see, the thing about Future is he's not in the GOAT conversation. He makes music for one audience and one audience only. And that's how he wins. Because that's what he is. He's a degenerate. He has 10 baby mamas. He makes music for dudes that ain't going nowhere in life, have 10 baby mamas, paying child support, and they're degenerates. They do drugs. They spend money on women, try to chase around bad women. That's what he makes music for. He's not Drake, who's supposed to be one that elevates the culture in the greatest of all time debate in conversation. You should be comparing Drake to J. Cole and Kendrick, not Future. You know what I mean? But he picks the low-hanging fruit because Future is easy because he sells records and makes these radio songs doing Atlanta trap because that's what he does. You know what I mean? But that is a horrible example. And it's like apples to bananas, if you ask me.
Yeah. I definitely think that the chimes have changed, and we'll see what happens next week. But I definitely think the times have changed. I definitely think people has matured. I think hip hop has gotten to a place where it's a little more mature than what it was. So you don't really see these guys, even like Future, Young Thug and DJ Khaled and some, they dropped a song like 2 weeks ago and nobody's talking about it.
You're right about that.
All of these
Little Baby in Future.
All of these rappers, they still, I'll put it like this, man. People see this stuff. They look at these guys and they say to themselves, like, how are you a millionaire and you're still acting like you're 22? Like you're almost 50. Like I think a lot of people are starting to see that now. And he don't want to let it go either as a so-called hip hop journalist. He don't want to acknowledge that because once he says that, all the people in his chat is going to be like, oh, I didn't even know that. Because that's all it takes for him to say, yeah, I think Drake need to grow up. But
he says that. Yeah, but check this out. Let's go on.
Future is Future and Drake is Drake. Drake is always going to embody a certain perspective. We don't need everybody to be telling us about their like colonoscopy and yo, I got a kid and shit is hard. We don't need everybody to transition into Grandpa Hove.
And come on, Jay don't rap that. Let's get the fuck out of here. When does Jay rap about being an old man? Like, come on. That is such a reach. It's not even funny.
But that's a young mind state. Because when you rap about something mature, they look at it as you rapping like a grandfather. And he's rapping about mature things like art and stuff like that. And it's fire. He can't stand the fact that he ain't on no dumb nigga shit. That's what it is. He wants to promote that. You know what I mean? He wants to be
ain't on no degenerate music.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it.
We go to Drake, it's lifestyle shit, but we don't need him to say, yo, man, I just got up out the bed, man. I think I caught a Charlie horse. I'm getting old. We don't want to hear that. Drake has a lane. Okay? So listen, the niggas who complain that Drake needs to rap about older shit, go listen to motherfucking J. Cole, you bitch ass nigga. I don't want to hear that shit.
Okay, all right. I'm going to stop it right there. So you want to go throw shade at J. Cole, yet J. Cole got a gold album out right now. Officially went gold, went #1. And J. Cole right now is an MVP of 2026. You know what I mean? So what? J. Cole, what he's doing is wrong, yet he's got a gold plaque already and the album's been out less than 3 months.
I'm going to tell you how stupid he sounds.
Exactly.
So what happens when Iceman is actually a mature album? Then what? What do you say? What if Iceman is actually him talking about everything he went through and how and it's not like how he was before? It's actually a mature album. Then what? What are you gonna say? He's gonna say it's a classic. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what he does. He's a fraud. So he's gonna be like, "Oh, I remember when I said that Drake shouldn't be rapping about this stuff, but this is good, man. This is good." That's what he's gonna do.
He's gonna try and flip it.
Yeah.
He's such a fraud. This dude, oh my God. And he got the top hip hop media personality too from Complex. I'll get to that later, man. I can't believe that one. But yeah, let's go on, man.
You see, J. Cole just dropped the album for all the 40 plus niggas who've been listening to his bitch ass. You feel me? Y'all niggas go listen to that whole ass nigga.
Certified gold album in less than 3 months, by the way.
When I listen to Drake, I listen to Drake for contemporary
without a top 10 hit at that.
Shit that's updated with his perspective. I don't listen to Drake for grandpa shit. And if Drake gonna give me grandpa shit, I'm gonna tell Drake, get to the retirement home and go do some residencies in.
What did you just say, Reese?
I'm telling you, everybody's gonna clip this.
Save this clip.
Yep.
Save this clip right here.
He don't care because content is king to these people. They don't care. He'll be like, yeah, I love it. Like that's what it is.
Save this clip. I can't wait. Because like here's the thing about Iceman, and we'll talk about Iceman. We've got a lot to talk about Iceman, but he's gonna have some mature songs on there. He's gonna have some rapping on there. It's not going to be all. It ain't. I don't think. I'll put it this way: Iceman will not be all for the dogs. I will get that out of the way. He's gonna rap on some of these songs, and it's gonna shut some of this stuff that DJ Academics is saying up. So he better chill with those retirement home comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Drake is Drake. You feel what I'm saying? Drake is like, it's like Future. You think Future's next album I'm gonna be like, yo, it's a 45-year-old man, by the way. You know they like doing that on Twitter. 45 BT dubs. No, it's Future.
Such a weak comparison, dude. That dude, it's like night and day. Future makes harmony.
You see how everybody's starting to talk about it now.
Yeah.
Everybody say, "Oh, you guys are too old," and he's fighting against that. Even Jay-Z, when he said, "You can fight with the Future," like Academics is trying. Like after that battle, you realize that people don't want to hear that dumb shit no more. Let's just be clear. A lot of people don't really care for that type of music.
Failed, man. Like that Atlanta sound.
It's over. It's over. And everybody knows it's over. But he's one of those type of people that want to keep it going because he feels like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, "Oh, you look on Twitter and everybody's saying, oh, nobody want to hear that 45. Shut the fuck up, blah, 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 blah." Like, well, that's what everybody's saying. So how is it that you're basically fighting against the same thing Jay-Z said? And I'm telling you, he feels the same way. He's getting older. He's not young, and he don't want to grow up. That's what all these dudes, they don't want to grow.
Ridiculous, man.
Jay-Z never had that. Jay-Z never had that. Remember, Jay-Z's the camel face nigga that used to be clowning, saying that he was out of touch and out of style before he was even old. So once he got old, he just became the camel old ass nigga. Let's keep it a bean. Drake is Drake. That's what I'm saying. I was shocked that Drake even turned 40 because yeah, Drake doesn't come off like a 20-year-old to me, but Drake comes across like that, like you're in your 30s, but you're still doing it type shit. He don't come across like no old nigga to me.
He comes off like you're in your 20s, man. He does come off like a 20-year-old. All the petty shit that he does? Really?
First of all, let's be clear here. Being 40 isn't old. It's just being mature. Drake is not mature. That's the thing.
Right.
He can say whatever he wants. He can say, "Oh, he comes off like a cool 30-year-old." No, dog. He's still immature. He's wearing puppy ear hats.
We're gonna get to that because he took a shot at Hov about. I'm gonna put it up. up there now. Let's put this up there now. You see what comments what I said in his comments? I said, so Hov didn't have any swag. Please answer this question. So this is swag, bro?
That's all I'm saying, man.
Like this is swag? Like really? We need to blow this
He
up.
looks like a fool, bro. He
Like, look at
looks
this.
like he lost the battle, bro. He
Like,
does.
this
He
is
looks
swag.
like he lost the battle.
Are you
Like,
serious?
he looks like a fool. Like
I'm
what?
gonna put it to you like
is
this.
all-
I've
what?
known Jay-Z for like 35 years. Let's go back 1994 was when I first heard Jay-Z. I've never ever seen Jay-Z in some bullshit like this. Ever.
I'm gonna tell you the funniest part about this whole clip. You seen the video?
I've seen the
Yeah.
video with a fan in there. Hey,
Bro,
Drake,
it
the
was
idiot
filled-
fuck man.
This is what he did, I swear. He waved like this. Like, come on, bro.
How
You
corny
like-
is this, man?
Oh,
Oh my God.
he's a cornball, and everybody knows Drake is a cornball.
Oh,
People
man.
trying to pretend, but he's a clown. Everybody knows.
Yeah, man. Let me
Yes.
get back to it. Let me get back to it. Hold on a minute. I'll get to where we were at. What happened to the sound? What do we do here? Oh, there it goes.
Heard about the Baby M saga. By the way, Baby M been going like viral on. So when I hear people say, "Oh, Drake needs to make his music mature to a certain level," it's like that's not his life. He's rapping exactly about his life. When I'm listening to his music, I could tell who Drake is in love with. I could tell everything. Like for all the dogs and her loss, we heard about the Baby M saga. By the way, Baby M been going like viral on.
So basically, he's talking about the women and the Instagram thoughts and the Instagram models and OnlyFans models that Drake fucks with, who, mind you, is damn near half the dude's age. They're under 25. All right, that he simps over and he's in love with, which, mind you, half the NBA done ran through. But you want to hear music of a 40-year-old man who simps over a bunch of 304s that half the NBA slept over and he's in love with, and that's what you want to hear? Isn't that simp music? You know what I mean? So basically, you telling me that you're a simp in the end of the day, because, all right, I'm gonna be honest about it. Let's get this shit out the way. If you're 40 years old, if you even 30, 35 years old, and you relate to that music about chasing around a bunch of thoughts, you know what I mean, and falling in love with a bunch of thoughts, and oh, I love you, even though you've been ran through by like 8 dudes or whatever, bro, you're soft. You're soft. You make music for simps, my guy. That's what you do. Simps and incels. That's that type of music. I mean, why don't you step up and make some boss music? Jay-Z makes boss music. He talks about making, multi-million-dollar deals on yachts. That's the type of music Jay-Z makes. Drake don't make that type of music. Maybe at one point he made that type of music and he had some swag, but Drake is soft over the last 5-6 years or whatever. You mean to tell me Tootsie Slide is really a dope song? You mean to tell me that's boss music? Like, come on.
I think his problem is, again, he don't want to face the fact that Drake is getting old. He's getting older. He want Drake to stay in his teenage years. It's the same thing. I'm telling you. He want Drake to rap about the same stuff because he think that that's the winning formula. The problem is, for every rapper in the history of hip hop, they all had to grow up eventually.
They all had to have a
make
transition.
music that did something that was of their age. Every rapper that are legends had to do this. Eminem had to do it. Every rapper had to mature. They had to mature. But he, for some reason, he wants him to still make high school raps. I want Drake to rap about he can't even really fully explain it. You could tell he's struggling to explain it because he's trying to make sense out of something that just doesn't make sense.
You know what it dawned on me? It just dawned on me. I think that Academics not only wants Drake music not to mature, I don't think he wants this whole era to mature. I think he wants to keep the era, like he says, it's the fun music, the Migos and Little Baby and Lil Yachty and all that, all the artists he talks about. I think he wants hip hop to stay in that lane. And he doesn't realize that hip hop's changing before our eyes. Like those artists in the next couple of years, they're done. They're going to be done, man. Like, and I don't think he's come to a realization like, look, hip hop's moving on and it's changing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, not just Drake needs to change. That whole era is done.
Yeah, and I think that he don't want to let it go. The reason why he don't really want to let it go because that acknowledges that Kendrick and Jay-Z is right. He don't want to let it go.
That's a good point.
He don't.
That is a good point.
On TikTok recently, because people are just figuring out.
I'll go forward with some of this stuff because you want to talk about.
Let me see who else in Houston. It's a strip club. Does Jay-Z look like at 40 he was recording music in a strip club? Like they're living two different lives.
He's never been in a relationship, a public relationship, but he did address a lot of things on the Scorpion album that gave him somewhat substance, right? So I will grant
every album got substance.
No, it don't. That's a lie.
He says every Drake album got substance, just to let you know.
Drake, his definition of substance is Drake rapping about himself. That's his definition of substance.
So let me get this right. Rich Baby Daddy is substance. Tootsie Slide is substance, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same redundant shit. It's like you're making music for 25-year-old strippers, bro, who are, damn near 20 years younger than you are. 15, 20 years younger than you are. Like, you're not bossing up. Like, this is my thing with Drake. Where are the boss records? Where's 0 to 100? Where's Energy? Where's All Me? Where's Trophies? Where's Nonstop? Give me the boss up records. Where's that? Jay-Z is a fucking boss, bro. Like, you make records for simps, my guy. Like, where's that? And look, maybe on Iceman, maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll come back with a little bit of an edge to him, but I gotta see it.
I've been thinking about this for a minute. I don't see a radical departure from what Drake been doing. Maybe one or two songs, but outside of that, he's gonna go to the same formula. Because Drake is one of those artists that don't know that he's not good anymore. He's one of those artists that he's one of those rappers from back in the day that still think they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got it. Like, he ain't really trying, because every song I heard from Iceman, every leak I heard, and every song that I heard that was on the Iceman episodes, they all sound like the same old Drake. It's nothing different. The songs that he released, What Did I Miss? The song Which One with Yeet, then the other song with Central C. All of these
Not
songs,
to mention, like, aren't all those records he's trying to appeal? He's trying to chase an audience much younger than him. Yeet he's rage hip hop, which that's with like, college and teenagers as far as that style of rap. And by the way, that record with Yeet, the record flopped like a cold fish. Same thing with Central C, who's hot new London drill rapper, flopped like a cold fish. So it's like Drake needs to get the memo. It's like, dog, you need to stop chasing other people's waves to stay young, because it ain't happening.
Drake did 2 big records last year. 3, it was actually 3, but 2 big records. And they're gone. 2 big records. Nokia, which was on one album, and he dropped a single, What Did I Miss? Which, in What Did I Miss, he's complaining about people not being his friend anymore. That's what the song is about. People not being his friend no more. Like, what did I miss? Y'all guys betrayed me. What did I miss? Like, what do you mean? What do you miss?
Now, does the boss make that move? Like, come on.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, if you're coming out the gate with these songs, I don't think it's gonna be something. I mean, he might come up with something. It's like a couple of zingers here and there, a couple of good tracks. But I don't see this being something like he really well thought out with skits and all types. I do hear that he is making a movie. That's what I heard. I heard that the whole Iceman is an actual movie and it's going to drop the same day the album drop.
We'll see.
But another thing too, what people got to realize is everybody talks all this stuff, but this stuff still got to be approved by UMG.
That's true. We got to see. All right, let's see what else he's got going.
I don't care what year it is. I'm pretty sure Jeezy ain't touched a brick in a long time. I still like to hear him talk about it though, because of the way that he does it and just his style. And yeah, I mean, in certain cases, we want to hear that perspective from niggas because that's.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, man. Fuck what Jay-Z talking about. When that nigga was capping about losing bricks and all that bullshit, niggas still talking about that drug rap. The nigga dropped American Gangsta in 2007, acting like he was still in the drug game, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Which was a concept album because the movie was out about one of the greatest drug kingpins of all time.
But this is the hypocrisy.
You see what he does?
He's a mob. He's from Toronto, from the suburbs. He talks about being in a mob.
That's right, mob ties.
Like, what are we talking about? Lil Wayne literally told Drake, just be you, man. Don't try to do nothing else. Just be you. And what Drake do? He did a whole album with 21 Savage like he was a gangster killer. On the songs where he was dissing Kendrick, talking about he gonna get people shot and all this stuff. Like, what are we talking about?
So Jay can't do a concept album about selling dope, which he really was in the streets for a long time. You know what I mean? Which turned out to be one of his greatest albums and a concept record at that. So that's a problem? Like, come on, man. For a great movie, too. Oh, my God. This he's a piece of work.
That nigga was rapping about Cap, nigga. Like, yo, I hate when niggas, y'all can't compare that bum-ass nigga Jay to no goddamn Drake. The nigga
like, you see this? So Jay's Cap now. Jay's Cap that he been in the streets. Like, Drake really been in the streets? Like, come on.
Drake's soft, man. He can say whatever.
He's a simp and he's soft.
You know what I mean? He's soft. And you ain't wearing what he wearing and being a gangster, bro. He's soft, bro.
Oh my!
He looking for Drake trying to find lightning in the bottle again. It's not gonna happen, bro. That's his problem.
Oh my God!
Dropped a fucking concept album called American Gangsta that was accompanied to the movie where he's talking about the streets, nigga, in 2007, nigga. That nigga probably ain't been in the streets in 10 years, nigga. And Drake over here actually rapping about his life, but because his life don't match up to what y'all want his life to be. Y'all want his life to be married to some fucking heifer with 3 kids, stressed out, mad gray hair, don't go to the club. Man, that's not his life.
At the same time, I don't want to hear about a 40-year-old simp chasing around a bunch of a 25-year-old and under chicks that are getting banged out by a bunch of NBA niggas at the same time, bro. That's soft. That's weak. You know what I mean? At least say, all right, I'm living a life. I'm having these women, but you cry. This dude is crying all for the dogs. He was crying over these women, dog. That's weak. Like, come on. You want to be that dude?
Yeah, if he think that, I'm telling you, man, that whole comment Jay-Z made, that fighting with the future thing, that really got under everybody's skin.
Oh,
because he know that he's telling the truth, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You think Jay-Z meant by that he sees the game changing, and basically, look, you can't fight the future. Hip hop's gonna change like this year. Like you're gonna see a shift, and I think people can't deal with that.
I think Jay-Z, what he was doing was he was basically saying that we at this point right now we have the chance to actually be mature about making music. Because if you listen to the interview before that, he was basically saying that we really don't need to battle no more. Like we can actually, you can compete on a record. That's what he was saying. Like obviously Kendrick and Drake ain't gonna ever do that. But he was saying like we don't really need to do that. And then we come to this interview, he says like everybody that's successful, the ones that are really successful, they all older, and they know this.
That's where you gave props to Clips.
Yeah, they all older. Like, look, Clips is 50, and they created a classic. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what people got to understand, as you get older, all the rappers around Drake is all older, not older than him. Well, some of them older than him, but they all making grown man music. He's going to be the only one still out here making music for teenagers. How does that look? See what I'm saying?
Left behind, man. Left behind.
That's not Drake life. Y'all want Drake to be an old ass nigga. That's not him right now. Like, he probably gonna get there. It's just not him right now. Oh, he ain't had his 444. Yes, 444 is a very deep album, but he only made the album because he fucked a mid bitch on his beautiful Queen Beyonce.
Now, come on, man. That's so disingenuous, yo.
That's so stupid. That has nothing to do with
that. Exactly. Like, if that ain't a reach, what I'll put it to you like this. Now I'll say 444 is probably Jay-Z's 5th, maybe 6th best album. I will put it to you like this. That's better than 80% of Drake's catalog. I will give you maybe two albums that are as good or better than 444. The rest of them albums are all weaker than that, dog. All weak compared to 444. Mm-hmm. But because it was about Jay-Z, and let's be honest, it's about Jay-Z's relationship issues in a marriage, and that's mature shit. Because a marriage ain't a walk in the park. You know what I mean? Beyonce had her shit with Lemonade. He came back with that, and the fact that they're still together and could talk about it that way, that's a real art right there. But he wants to go paint it as, oh yeah, he just had a jump off with some mid chick or whatever. I was like, come on, man. Like how weak is that? But see, he does this because his audience doesn't know any better. His audience has an IQ of like literally 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he knows he can play into this because a good portion of his audience, they don't really like Jay. And he can say these things, all these incendiary things, he can say this. But the whole thing about, especially like with Beyonce and Jay and that whole thing where he's trying to sell the mid bitch, that's really up. That's on them. That has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? That's their relationship. And she's still with him and had kids after that. So you can't even use that in an argument. Now, if they broke up, then you can use that in an argument. But you can't use an argument because they're still together. They're still together. They're still married. They still have their whatever they got going on. And she ain't going to leave him no time soon. She don't even look like she want to leave Jay-Z.
And if you really want to be technical, how many chicks done left Drake?
Drake can't keep that.
He can't keep a chick worth nothing.
And you know the crazy thing is, I never seen a girl come out say she's super in love with Drake. I never seen a chick come out and say that. At least I never.
Had a baby with a porn star.
Come on, bro.
She don't even want to be with him.
Come on, how you gonna talk to me about being virtuous? You had a baby with a porn star, bro. Come on.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on.
Come on, and she probably still doing it. Like, come on.
And she aired his ass out, and he had to make a response. 444 was supposed to be the time of the night that the nigga woke up out of his slumber, realized
I was born. Yes, I was born in the late 1900s.
Jay-Z, listen, like I know y'all are Jay-Z whole Vengers, all that type of shit. But let me tell you this. I got a little bit of like
Here
I got
we
a
go.
good runway of hip hop knowledge. Y'all not just talking to a nigga that never listened to Jay ever in his life. Let me just show you this. This whole like he been growing this and third. What the fuck do you call Blueprint 3? Blueprint 3 was this nigga trying to figure out if he could fit into like y'all remember them garbage ass songs that nigga dropped, bro?
I'm gonna say this, and I think Blueprint 3 is a mid Jay-Z album. I'd probably say it's a 7.5 out of 10. Blueprint 3 had Run This Town, one of Jay-Z's hardest singles. Empire State of Mind, which that record right there might be the greatest New York record of all time. They played that record at the World Series. That is an iconic record. You know what I mean? They're gonna play. They made a Broadway show off of that record. And he had club bangers on there too, like On to the Next One with Swizz Beatz. He had another joint off of there. Yo, I'll say this. Drake, Blueprint 3 is probably better than 75% of Drake's catalog as an album. But this album is trash? Really?
My problem with most people that talk about Drake's catalog, and I'll be honest with you,
Yeah.
he got about maybe, I think he got, for me, he got one classic. But outside of that, he got a lot of mid albums. A lot of his albums.
Let me stop this.
Yeah.
Because Drake have a rap song that is as iconic as Empire State of Mind. A rap song, not an Afrobeat song or an R&B song, or because Hotline Bling is not a rap song. I'm talking about a rap song. Name me the rap song that could mirror Empire State of Mind.
You don't have none.
Exactly. That would be my pushback to act.
Drake got
Like,
a song
literally.
started from the bottom. Come on, bro.
Started from the Bottom is one of his best songs, but that's nowhere near Empire State of Mind.
No, I'm saying he had a song called Started from the Bottom, but did you really start from the bottom? Like come on, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
man.
feel like this, man. I got a lot of people catalog better than Drake's catalog. There's a lot of people I think is better catalog than him. I think he just has really big singles that people recognize, but outside of that,
Which most of them are pop singles,
yeah.
not rap singles. I mean,
Bro, y'all don't remember that shit. Acting like, come on, bro. So y'all don't remember Blueprint 3, 2009. He's not trying to keep up with the youth at this point. You don't think he's trying to keep up with the youth. So y'all listen to Blueprint 3, and y'all don't think he's trying to keep up with the youth. No? Man, y'all need to cut the bullshit out, man. Cut the bullshit out. Blueprint 3, he's trying to do that. And then Magna Carta, Holy Grail, this shit was just washed, low key, bro. But he tried to do it there too. At this point, he's 40-something. Who he got on this album? Who is he trying to be like? Bro, he made a garbage song with Rick Ross. Told my fuck with me, you know I got it.
that song's hard too.
That song's fire. I don't know what
That
he's
song
talking.
is
Yo,
hard.
that's fire. That's
That song's hard.
crazy. He's bugging the fuck out. Like that song
That
is
song
fire.
was a bang. That was a summertime banger. I remember that was 2013. That shit rocked the clubs.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I don't know what he talking about. He hating right now. That's crazy.
Super hating.
Trying to ride Rick Ross's way, bro. Shit was garbage, man. Stop playing.
All right, let me stop this right here. I gotta put context to this. So you heard what he said. He tried to steal Rick Ross's wave, right? Does App realize that Jay-Z signed Rick Ross in 2006? So how are you going to steal an artist wave when you're the one that created him and brought him to the mainstream? I got to understand that.
Yeah, he's retarded.
Are you kidding me? And not only that, Drake signed Jeezy. Drake blew up Ross. Even when Ross kind of had like a shaky period after the whole CO thing, he stood by Ross, and Ross became a superstar with Jay-Z's guidance. So why wouldn't he return the favor and invite Rick Ross on his album, his really only solo album since the 2000s, outside of Watch the Throne, which was another classic, damn near. Like, why wouldn't he do that? But he stole Rick Ross's wave. Like, you see the reaching this dude does? Like, come on.
Yeah, he's doing too much.
Way too much.
Hey, man, y'all niggas need to really start being honest. Jay-Z wasn't aging no gracefully, gang. Like, yes, he made albums that did showcase his growth, but let's not act like.
Did you hear that? So wait a minute. Hold on. You're going to actually say that he did grow as a rapper, but at the same time, he tried to be too young. What's it going to be, bro?
Yeah. He's a fraud, bro.
He doesn't know. All right, I got to stop it now. I'm stopping it now because he basically walked into his own argument right there.
Yeah, stupid.
He said, no, he did have albums where he did show growth, you know? So that's the whole point.
He did.
Yeah, that's the whole point, Reese. That's the whole point of it. Like, yo, so I can't take that clown anymore. He's a joke, dog. He's a joke.
Yeah. He says anything, man. I'm telling you. He really
Oh
does.
man. All right, we had enough of that clown.